Well, I'm a liar, I'm a boozer, I'm a bastard and abuser, and I'm wondering how much lower can I go? I've been beaten, I've been bloodied, I've been broken and betrayed, and I'm wondering how much lower can I go? Found her with another man, I was thrown into confusion. All the world I thought was true, it's nothing but illusion. So now I'm a liar, I'm a loser, I'm a bastard and abuser, and I'm wondering how much lower can I go? I've been beaten, I've been bloodied, I've been broken and betrayed, wondering how much lower can I go? Even though I know it's wrong, I wish my pain upon the world. I curse the lives of lucky men. Into this hell I hope they're hurled. I was once a good man, now I'm living in this hell. 'Cause I'm a liar, I'm a boozer, I'm a bastard and abuser, and I'm wondering how much lower can I go? I've been beaten, I've been bloodied, I've been broken and betrayed, and I'm wondering how much lower can I go? So I'm wondering how much lower can I go?
Yo, fellas, happy Friday, guys. I'm having a little Smirnoff Ice Smash Pink Lemonade tonight for Friday as we discuss another crab market for Bitcoin. Crab market number, what, 120 at this point? Look at those robots go, man. Look at those robots, man. They're having the time of their life right there. That's going to be the world. See these robots right here? That's going to be the world in, like, give or take, I would say about 10 years. See these robots? That's what they're going to be doing. And we're going to be in the cages. Anyways, what's going on, fellas? Happy Friday night as we enjoy another Friday crab session. Holy shit. Another crab session. What's going on, Dan? Blaze, I don't even know what it's going to be like when we actually start moving somewhere. It's going to be like a kid in a candy store. Dan, Blaze, Randy, Tony, Interactive, John, Blaze. What's going on, fellas? Mike. What's going on, Mike? John, Kiwi, Boris. What's up, fellas? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Anyways, guys, I watched Margin Call yesterday. Now, here's the thing. I would give Margin Call an 8 out of 10. Okay, I know a lot of people think Margin Call is like this, like, fantastic movie. I thought it was an 8 out of 10. I thought it was a good movie. I thought it could have been a way better. I think it dragged on for some points. I even fell asleep.
You fell asleep twice.
I even fell asleep twice, which means I don't fall asleep in a movie I'm interested in. So Maj gave it an 8.5. So that's what we got for Margin Call. She thought it was not just an 8.5. A strong 8.5. A bold, an italic, a capitalized 8.5. Strong. Oh, man. What's going on, Psycho Pro? Shout out to Psycho Pro, man.
Rant alert.
Shout out to Psycho Pro, Bo. Thomas, Wayne, Denise. What's going on, fellas? All the homies are here. Dan said, not really. We in cheer? And he said, not really. Yeah, man. I mean, listen. Today, guys, basically, today was weird. Today was kind of a weird day. Basically, the daily is kind of like green, but we had this like weird dip in the last, what was it? We dipped down like 3 hours ago, and then we got bought back up again. So, like, we're back in the range. We were looking at this, and we're like, oh man, it was Bitcoin about to get another leg lower, finally. And it got bought back right back up from the bottom of the range. as it still holds this trend line that has been coming up like this. And ultimately speaking, like kind of like we've been saying, guys, as long as Bitcoin stays below 29.8 on any type of daily close, I think we still got to be looking at possibly a little bit deeper of a retest into that bull market support band, which we have gone to the bottom part of that in the last two pullbacks, right? Back here, we went to the bottom part of it. Back over here, we actually dipped slightly below it, closed at the bottom side of it on the weekly. The bottom side of that right now is coming in at 27.8, but we got the weekly close coming up in 2 days, which is going to make it go higher, probably up to like 28K, which 28K is the level we've been kind of like waiting for here. So Bitcoin still not doing much, just below the range. What else can we say, fellas? We can't say too much. You know what I mean? It still reminds me a lot of this price action, though, right here, where we spiked up, kind of like this spike up. We try to come back up again, and then we went one more time for a dip lower into that bull market support band, which would get us back down to like 28K. So still kind of just moseying our way in here, moseying, guys, and that's what we got. So in the meantime, I got a Smirnoff Ice Smash Pig Lemonade. I don't know if you guys ever had one of these. It's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Now, I know a lot of people drink like the Trulies and White Claws now, but this is actually pretty good, man. I'm not going to lie. So, I like this. Dan! Panic at the crab market? Dude, it's the opposite of panic and the opposite of euphoria. It's just boredom. Yeah, it's just boredom, man. It is just complete boredom. I don't think I've ever been this disinterested in the market since probably when I started crypto. It's just probably the least interested I've been in the market, just for the simple fact that, I mean, you can find some altcoins that go up, but man, like you got to dig deep. You know what I mean? Other than that, like it's not even like anything's really going down. You're just kind of going sideways, right? So it's kind of what you got going on. But right now, guys, there is no volume on freaking Bitcoin. I'm sick of this shit. Even stocks are going down now. What the frick? All right, you know what? I'm going to invest in T-bills. T-bills. Guys, there's no volume in Bitcoin. No volume in the stock market. Go invest in T-bills. All right? That's the best value you will get right now. T-bills. Mike. Dan said I could tell. Look at that hair. Oh, my hair is looking phenomenal. Phenomenal, Dan. I just got back from my McDonald's shift. So, like I said, I kind of smell like oil and fries and just regret. Yeah, I just got back from my McDonald's shifts, man. You know, I worked a double today. That's why the stream went up slightly late today because I just got back in time. But yeah, the stench of oil, salt. I was on the fry station today, right? So I was on the fry station, you know, cooking up my fries, and once again across the way I saw George at Burger King. George is over there at Burger King cooking the fries. We can see each other, locking eyes across the way, across the road. George is at Burger King. I'm at McDub's, and we're just flipping the fries. And we're battling who's the better fry maker. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we had going on today. But long shift at McDub's today. Man, it was a long shift. Let's see. McDub's as a backup is okay. Absolutely, man. McDub's is the greatest. John said he had a bad day with an employee today, man. Listen, John, don't let the employees get to you, man. If not an employee, a customer. If a customer is angry, just remember it's like a troll on YouTube. Why is there a troll on YouTube? It's because they're having a shitty day themselves. Like their day is shitty or their life is shitty, so they want to take it out on other people. So just think about it this way, from like a customer standpoint. If a customer is giving you a hard time, it's because they are miserable. They are miserable. Okay? So just remember that. Like that's what I tell myself. Like whatever. If someone's trolling me or if I'm working at McDub's at the front desk and I get a customer that comes up like, I ordered 2 cheeseburgers. You gave me a cheeseburger with 2 slices of cheese. I want to speak to your manager. If you get one of those people, just remember, that person is miserable. You know what I'm saying? No person who's happy in life is going to complain that they got 2 slices of cheese on their cheeseburger. You know what I'm saying? So just remember that. All right, John? Because you did tell me that in the pregame lobby today. Let's see. If a customer is giving you a hard time, slap them hard. Yeah, or slap them. Freaking slap them, man. But that's what I notice in life. If someone's being shitty to you or just miserable, it's because they're miserable. It's nothing to do with you. It's just them. And so now I think it's funny. You know what I mean? Like, I try to think about it that way, and then it just becomes funny, right? If someone's trolling you or giving you a hard time at work, it's because they're miserable, and just know that in your head and just think it's kind of funny. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Just spit on the food. Philly, what's going on, bro? Yo. What's going on, Philly? Anyways, besides that, guys, Bitcoin still just holding support, guys. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we could still get one more flush down. I still think that's totally possible, and if not likely, that we get one more flush down. I'm continuing to accumulate. Like I've been saying since June, I've continued to accumulate the altcoins that are at the lows. So far, that's been the right kind of call here, as we've caught in many of the moves. And any of them that are at those Pico lows, right, of their consolidation ranges, I'm looking to accumulate still. And that's what I'm doing until the end of 2023. Then we'll see as we go into 2024, which if you believe in the halving, go ahead. If you believe in Bitcoin follows the stock market, go ahead. Either way, I think we're going higher, and we will eventually do our thing. But 2023 has been the year of accumulation, just like 2019 and 2015. So that's what I'm going to continue to do throughout that time period. And yeah, I mean, there's really not much else to say about Bitcoin, so I'm not going to spend too much time on Bitcoin. The other stuff that went on today, stocks continue to pull back. So we knew that eventually these were going to get a pullback. We just didn't know when, right? Bears have been calling it all freaking year, right? They're going to scream that, oh my God, we're finally going down. But you zoom out, and this is what you got on a chart, right? So we are getting a pullback on the NASDAQ and the S&P, which is cool, right? They were kind of overdue, to be honest. And now what we're kind of doing is, for Bitcoin, is we're kind of waiting for the S&P and NASDAQ to get a little bit of a bounce, right? So we're kind of seeing where they bounce. The S&P is at a pretty big level going into next week. It's at these previous tops from June. See if it holds there. NASDAQ, at an interesting level. You're kind of right at those previous tops also from June. So we'll see if it holds there. But some interesting points going into next week for the S&P. As we know that historically, for Bitcoin to go on a run, we need the S&P to go to all-time highs. So we are pulling back now. So now we're about 4 or 5% away. So we still got some work to do. I got the patience. I can wait it out. And that's what I'm going to continue to do, right? I mean, it is what it is. Dollar got a pullback also this week, right? So not only did the stock market get a pullback, but also the dollar got a pullback, right? So we'll see where this goes next week, because you are getting a little bit of rejection here in the dollar. So it could go either way, whatever. But the dollar is kind of between these two resistance points that we've been watching. This not all-time high, but 2020-22 high. And this local trend line coming down. You're kind of right in between those. And we're seeing if those are going to act as a little bit of resistance there in the dollar. So that's what we got in the dollar. And the biggest thing that happened today was XRP pulled back pretty good today. XRP got like a 5% pullback today. It's already kind of been pulling back. But I think at this point for the XRP army, what we can say is you're probably at this point, right? Just looking at the chart. If we're just looking at this logistically. Logistically. What a word, man. What a freaking word. I got to give myself a moon for that
Strap
one.
up. We're going to the moon.
Logistically. If you're looking at this one logistically, you got to think this one's going to test those previous highs, right? So we got the breakout. Got rejected at the previous high. Now it makes sense if we probably come and test this September high, March high, June high, and we try to see if we can flip this as support for the XRP army and see if we can get a little bit of a bounce off there for XRP. But it looks like 56 cents. Looks like it probably wants to come for XRP over the course of the next few weeks, which is fine, man. At the end of the day, it is what it is. If you were buying at the accumulation range levels, that really shouldn't bother you too much if you're looking at this in 2024, 2025 out, right? It really shouldn't bother you that much. Now, if you bought at the Pico top, well,
Stupid.
you know what I mean? Don't buy at the Pico top. You deserve what you get. You know what I'm saying? But if you bought at the lows, you're just chilling. So at the end of the day, it always depends on where you bought. But a pullback to like 56 cents probably makes a lot of sense for the people that accumulated low, right? So that's what you got there at XRP. Altcoin market in general getting a pullback this week, which is cool. We've talked about we just want to get higher lows on the altcoin market. And that's what we got, right? So far, at least. So that's what we got on it, guys. I mean, there's not too much to add. I guess SHIB continuing up. We talked about, I think SHIB was the next one to get a rally. SHIB's up another 5% today. Bada bing, bada boom.
We're going to the moon.
SHIB's up another 5% today. So that's like one of the only gainers of today. So another one that we sort of said was going to get a little bit of a move, and it's like one of the only ones that are getting a move. So there you go. SHIB up 5% today. Other than that, well, you know where we're at, fellas. It's the game of patience, and it's the game of the willpower as the market tests your willpower at this time. Downwards moves are not even bad. It's the sideways, boring time capitulation that's going to freaking kill you. And even when you know it's coming, it's still going to kill you, right? So right now I'm expecting nothing other than sideways, and it still sucks. You know what I mean? So that's what we got, guys, at the end of the day. So I would love to see some fear come into the market, some kind of like fear low come in, but we haven't seen that yet. We kind of just seen choppy lows. So what we got? Anyways, let's see what the chat's saying today, guys. What are you guys talking about in here? DJ TaylorMade said, makes a lot of sense. Don't make dollars, it makes sense. You guys know that saying? It don't make dollars, it makes sense. It don't make dollars, it makes sense. What do you guys talk about chicken? Anderson, what do you talk about chicken, bro? The chicken guy. Guys, what should I get for dinner today? You know, I think I'm gonna get Chinese. But I'm gonna ask you guys. I might not take your advice. So I'm just letting you know I might not take your advice today. What should Jordan get for dinner? Now keep in mind, I am drinking some drinks tonight. Okay? So keep that into account. I'm not gonna want a salad. Alright? I'm not gonna want fruit. I'm not gonna want vegetables. Alright? I'm having some drinks. So keep that in mind. My gut is telling me Chinese food. Okay? But you guys can persuade my opinion in some type of way. Hopefully, maybe you guys can persuade my opinion in some type of way. When steak stream? Mike, you know, we'll do a steak stream. We'll, at this point, I think we deserve a steak stream. We'll do a steak stream. You know when we'll do a steak stream? Let's do this. We'll do a steak stream. I'm just gonna mark this off because I haven't even had to change my short-term chart in weeks. It's been the same thing. Oh Lord, long here, short here. Now we'll have a steak stream. Let's just mark this off from Mike. If we break back above here on a 4-hour close, so if Bitcoin can break back above 30,000 for, let's lower it a little bit. Why not? 30,400 on some. Let's call it a 4-hour close. All right. I should say daily, but we're gonna go with the 4-hour because you know what? We deserve a steak stream. So if we can get a 4-hour close above 30,400, we'll have a steak stream because I want it now. I want it now and not later. You know what I'm saying? DB said, I want you to eat 5-star hot Thai food. Man, someone's not happy outside. I'm glad I'm not them. Verhoopty said, you got to try, dude, I don't know what that is. Shawarma? It sounds pretty good. I don't know what it is, but it sounds good. The name sounds good. Chinese teriyaki chicken fajitas? No, Franco, I'm not getting fajitas, man. What do you think I am? DJ said, tikka masala? You don't have to say it more than once, man. Pizza? Get a foot long? A $5 footlong. Remember when Subway had $5 footlongs? Thanks, inflation. Now you go to Subway. You know how much a footlong is at Subway now? I don't know if you guys have been Subway in a while. Remember the old saying? $5 footlong. No. Do you know how much a footlong is at Subway now? The cheapest footlong is like $13. If you want to get a good one, dude, you're thinking $13.50, $14 for a footlong sub. Remember a $5 footlong from the Jared days? Like, what the hell, man? I want a $5 footlong. That was like the best deal back in the days, dude. You know, now Jared's over there going, yeah, it's you want a 6-inch? Yeah, let me ring you up real quick. All right, 6-inch turkey club. All right, $10.50 for a 6-inch turkey club, man. Jared's out there calling for a freaking $10 6-inch, dude. It's ridiculous, man. We have defeated inflation. Well, the problem with inflation. So the problem with inflation is inflation can go back to 2%, but the prices don't go back down. The prices stay the same. That's the problem. Like, so you can still have inflation get back to 2% year over year, but it doesn't mean this $13 Subway sub is going to go back to $5. Then you would need like deflation. You know what I'm saying? Which you don't want deflation. That just like kills the economy. You don't want that shit. But isn't Jared in prison? Is he? I don't know. I don't follow pop culture. Apparently Jared's pop culture. Is the Jared guy from Subway in prison? Maj, you know this? Remember Jared from Subway? Remember he was like the middle-aged guy. He was the guy who lost a bunch of weight eating Subway, and he was always in the Subway commercials. Mm-hmm. No, he's in prison now. What did he do? Jared's necking the 6 inches. Jared's not just necking. I mean, I'll tell you this. Jared's not just necking the 6 inches. He's necking the 7 inches, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know if anyone's got a bigger cock than 12. If you got a bigger, that's just too big. Maybe a 14. I don't know. But Jared's even necking the 1-inchers, man. You know what I'm saying? That little peewee thing this big. Jared's in there necking those. I love the necking, man. Necking is the best. That's the best verb to use. He's necking those shits. He's necking the 1-inch cock, Maj. Anything can get his mouth. Anything can get around. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man. Exactly. Oh, man. Shit. Jared had a 3-inch. Now he's get. Jared. Oh, my God. Guys, don't be talking about that in the chat, man. Don't be talking about that in the chat. I actually didn't even know what he did, but apparently it's something to do with kids. So let's not be talking about that in the chat. I actually didn't know that. I didn't know what he did. It's not funny, but let's see. It was the CP guys. Oh Lord. All right. Anyways, let's change the subject, guys. Let's change the freaking subject here, because it's now it's just getting deep, and we don't want to go there. You know, we don't want to go there today. Man. Man. I asked you guys this yesterday. Like, what do other people, you know what? Like, you know me, guys. I'm going to tell you how it is straight up. Like what do other, like, I want to know, like, some, like, other channels in crypto. Like, what the hell are they even talking about right now? Like, what BS clickbait are they coming up with right now? You know what I mean? I gotta search Bitcoin on YouTube just one time. Hold on, I'm gonna do that right now. I gotta see what shit we're coming up with right now. Let's see. YouTube. Let's search Bitcoin on YouTube. I'm just curious. what we're coming up with today. I can't tell you the last time. Let's see. George, Bitcoin is repeating this explosive pattern. Well, I'll say with George, he's looking at the bigger time frame, so I guess that's fine. Let's see, who else we got in here? I could do it. I search Bitcoin, I got stock market channels popping up. That's how you know. That's how you know it's boring in crypto. Data Dash said, haven't I given up on Bitcoin and crypto? I think Data Dash being bearish is the most bullish signal possible. Data Dash was bullish at the highs, and he sold all his crypto at the lows. Let's see. Who else we got? I see Crypto Love making his O face. No one sees this. I think everyone sees it, man. You've had like 3 months to see everything. Who else we got? Gareth Soloway saying massive trap. He's been saying that the whole freaking year. Let's see. Jason Pizzino, one of the best channels to watch, by the way, in my opinion, because he knows what he's not gonna like look too much at the charts. He's basically just gonna like tell you, okay, you're freaking low, it's time to buy. Freaking high, it's time to sell. Bitcoin is stopping dead at major support. A major move always happens next. I agree. After this boring period, typically Bitcoin goes up at this point of the cycle, after the boring period. But, hey, it is what it is. We have to wait for it to happen, you know? Let's see. The 3-day golden cross is the best we have right now. True, it is it. That's all I had. I searched Bitcoin. I had Meet Kevin popping up. I had Meet Kevin and stock market channels popping up when I searched in Bitcoin. That's how you know it's boring. When you search Bitcoin and you got stock market shit popping up. Yeah, that's what we got. Let's see. Everything is a guess. Mostly. I would say short term, most of it is, you know, I would say short term stuff is a guess. Educated guess. You can be really good at trading the short term time frames. I don't want to act like you can't. You can be good. But 99% of people, you're 50-50. You're like at the casino, you know. I get a higher term time frame cycle stuff. I do believe that you can sort of you can sort of play this, as in if you're up here, basically if the market's euphoric, you basically sell it. If the market's, you know, sort of depressed and bored and fearful, you should be buying, right? And that's why, like, okay, Bitcoin's at 29K. I'm not looking to buy Bitcoin right here, okay? I have my stack of Bitcoin. I'm not trying to buy Bitcoin at 29K. You know what I'm saying? If it drops lower, sure. I know a lot of people will still buy Bitcoin at 29K. At the end of the day, it'll probably still be a good buy 1 or 2 years from now, right? For me, it's more about the risk reward at this point. Now, I see the biggest, me personally, right? I know a lot of people will disagree. That's fine. When I see like a coin that I like say Uniswap. When Uniswap was down here, I was looking to be a buyer, right? So now Uniswap's getting a pullback, but I'm cool with that because I was buying Uniswap at 430, 450, wherever it is, right? So even if it pulls back 20%, I'm still up on that buy, right? So I don't really care. Like Chainlink, we were getting Chainlink down here at 530, 540. It's above 7. If it pulls back, that's fine, right? Any of the coins that you like, don't FOMO. The worst thing you can do right now is FOMO. Because especially nowadays, because there's a million altcoins you can find that do the same thing as the altcoin that you like, that's still at a low. You know what I mean? So like, find the altcoins that you like at lows and be okay. You have to be like somewhat okay of them going a little bit lower. You're never going to time the exact low. That's like impossible. You can't do that, especially in the altcoin market. But find the ones you really like, find the range, mark the range, and if it goes to the bottom of the range, I'm looking to be a buyer at those, right? I guess some of them I'm looking at, PYR, I want to add if it comes back to the bottom of the range. So that's like, it's at $3 right now. If it comes back to like $2.65, I'll be interested in getting some PYR. AVAX, if AVAX wants to come back down to the low, which it looks like it might want to, I might want to pick up some AVAX, $10, $11, somewhere around there. But I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be patient with this one. You know? Rose, I've already picked up some Rose, but if it wants to come back down more, that's cool. I'll add 4 cents, 4.2 cents, stuff like that. That's all you can do right now. You know? Like, you have to decide yourself whether you want to be a bear or a bull. Right? And I guess at this point in the cycle, don't worry about right now. You're worried about where's the market going to be in a year from now, right? Where the hell is the market going to be a year from now? Not right now, because right now it doesn't really matter. Bitcoin goes to 29.5 tomorrow or 28.5 tomorrow. Who the fuck cares? You know what I mean? That's not going to change anything. You're not going to be doing anything based off that. You know what I mean? So that's all we can do. Chill out. Algo is heavily oversold. Dude, Algo has been heavily oversold for like freaking years. You know? Algorand is one of those that, and I think Algorand's a perfect example of what I've always said. And I know people don't like when I say this, but I'm just being honest. Okay? Fundamentals are great, but they're not everything. Okay? You need fundamentals. If your coin doesn't have a strong community and doesn't have fundamentals, it's not going to go anywhere. Algo is a perfect example of that. Algo has fantastic fundamentals, but it struggles, right? It's just what it is. But yeah, I mean, risk reward, it's at the 2020 lows. It's at its all-time low, pretty much. But you could either take that as, I don't want this one because it's weak, or has the biggest risk reward. I don't know. You got to do what you think is best. I'm basically sticking to the ones that I like the main ones that I'm really looking to DCA into. Chainlink, I think, is going to be big. I think it's the most undervalued. Like, if you believe in fundamentals, I think Chainlink's the most undervalued. Optimism, I think, is going to be big. Arbitrum, Rose. And then like a lot of the decentralized exchanges, DYDX, SDEX, GMX, Uniswap, obviously ETH, SHIB. I think Shibarium is going to be actually pretty good, and the chart just screams like Shibarium is going to be big. So I have my altcoins that I'm looking to buy, but only at smart levels. I'm not looking to FOMO, man. The work, like Bitcoin, you can get away with FOMOing a little bit. That's the thing with Bitcoin. Is like you can buy at 29K and it's still kind of high, but like it's fine. Like if it drops to 26, you're not going to be crying. You know what I mean? Altcoins, you have to be very precise. You can't, in my opinion, you don't want to be like, you love an altcoin, it's up 50% of the week. You don't want to be buying that. You want to be buying it when like it's freaking crashing. You know what I mean? But who knows, man? Yo, Kennedy's still on vacation, man. Hope you're having a good vacation, man. You're not missing much. You ain't. This is like the best time to be on vacation. Like, this is the GOAT time to be on vacation, man. Hope you're enjoying it, dude. Enjoy it. Come back when you're fresh. Hopefully Bitcoin's doing something, and hopefully we have some more stuff to talk about, right? Dan! Let's see. See this. Stacks. Yeah, I like Stacks, Andrew. I like Stacks. Stacks has pulled back a good amount. Whereas for a while, Stacks was like freaking. Where's Stacks? For a while, Stacks was like. I mean, just got a massive pump at the beginning of this year. It was hard to justify buying a lot of Stacks. But I mean, as it comes down, if we can get Stacks back to like here. All right, now we're talking a little bit here. If I can get Stacks back down to like 45 cents, which I know it seems like a big drop, but like you got to understand, like this can be erased pretty easily. If I can get Stacks down at 45 cents, hell the frick yeah. And if it doesn't go down there, whatever. But Yeah, I mean, you're starting to get, like, the ones that pumped huge in January, you're starting to get pretty good pullbacks on those. Like, look at Phantom. Phantom's a good example. Like, Phantom went nuts in January. Boom. And then ever since then, just been bleeding out. I mean, back here, you were like, okay, Phantom's at 60 cents, cool. Phantom's on its way back down to, like, it's probably going to come back down and test these lows at this point. 19 cents? That's what it's looking like, at least. You know, like, so some of these ones that went massive, you have another chance at getting these now, which is cool. Anyways, man. Kaspar said, oh my God, the XRP army is going to be very upset, man. He said, I think XRP is a scam, as owners sell each other month's coins as they have a limited each month sell walls. I know coins, which is legit, but you think about it as I know from some ways about it. Hi from Latvia. What's going on, Kaspars? Hi from Latvia. The XRP army is not going to like you, brother. You know what I mean? But Kaspars thinks XRP is a scam. So, not my words, just Kaspars. I don't think XRP is a scam. I just think it's another altcoin, you know? I just think it's another altcoin. I'm not, listen, I was bullish on XRP because I thought the chart was bullish. I still think it's good, you know? But am I like this guy who thinks that fundamentals of XRP like are the greatest thing in the world? No. I'm a charts guy. If I like a chart on a coin, I'll buy it even if I don't like the fundamentals. I think people get too caught up in the fundamentals, to be honest. So for me, like, I think XRP is just another altcoin. Like, I don't think it's like this like groundbreaking shit. You know what I mean? So I think sometimes the XRP army is a little bit overzealous on XRP. You know, when I think it's just going to do whatever the other altcoins do. I don't think it's like this one that's going to pump to like $50 just because it's XRP. And I've said a million times, XRP is not going to go up unless Bitcoin goes up. I've said that a million times. For a month ago, XRP Army was hating me because I was there when XRP was getting a pump, and XRP Army was like, no, that's not true. It's going straight to $10. Well, look at it now. Bitcoin's pulled back. XRP has pulled back 35% from that point, right? So I still think the same thing. XRP is not going to have really good momentum unless Bitcoin has good momentum. It's not hating on XRP. That's just saying how the crypto market works. The altcoin market doesn't go up. Some of them do, right? But most of them don't go up unless Bitcoin goes up. XRP's not like, to me, XRP's not the special one that's like, oh yeah, it's going to go up to $10 because it's XRP, you know? $10 when? $10 when? Stefan said, but YouTube said 500. XRP ain't going to 500, bro. And you know, XRP army won't like when I say that, but XRP's not going to $500. You basically, like, it would be, I don't even know. You would be surpassing Bitcoin's market cap. Even, like, it's not going to do that, man. You know? I instantly, if I see a thumbnail saying, for me personally, like, I think and I'm going to be honest, during a bull market, a true bull market, I think XRP can hit like $7. That's the 4236 extension. That's about a 12x from here. I think that's pretty realistic. 12x. I think that's a pretty realistic target for the third highest market cap coin. I don't think that's like bearish or bullish. I think that's pretty realistic during a bull market. But I think if I see a thumbnail that's calling for $50 plus, I can't, man. Like, come on, man. Let's keep it real. Like, they're doing that for views, man. They don't actually think that's going to happen. Come on. It's ridiculous. Like I say, that's like calling for Bitcoin to go to $3 million. Bitcoin is not going to go to $3 million unless something really bad happened in the world. And it was basically going up because the dollar was losing value. Not because Bitcoin's like the savior, but more so as a loaf of bread's going to cost $100, you know, where like it would be just shitty situation either way. Casper said, I know it's bullish, bro. I just say it's all check my one guy, multi-millionaire. Do not invest here. Caspers, I don't know what you're saying, bro. They hold Sol, Ada. That's probably what you hold. Caspers, you're the man, bro. Right? But yeah, that's my thoughts on XRP. Yo, shout out to 5 Kings. Dan! Shout out to Dan, man. Dan the man. Dan the frickin' man. Let's go. Max supply, 100 billion. That's why I say I see some of these videos, man. Like, it's just simple math. It's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? The only way that would happen if the dollar was just devalued like crazy. But then it would be the end of the world. So, like, it wouldn't even matter at that point. You know? Then, okay, XRP's at $500, but, okay, you want to buy a loaf of bread, it's $200. Have fun. You know what I mean? You want to buy an orange? $50. And then we're just screwed. Let's see. XRP max $3. I would say it has. I think it has higher than like. I think it has a higher potential than. I think a lot of people underestimate a bull run. You got to understand, guys. Like the biggest cryptos in the last bull run all did like even the highest market cap ones, like Doge, ADA, well, even like what was some of the hardest market caps? Even Litecoin did like a 10x. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people underestimate like what a true crypto bull run does. It's not because a lot of people haven't been through the full. You just you kind of get in at the wrong time, and it is what it is. Like so. I think $7 is a realistic target, and a lot of times you go to that 4236 extension, which is at 736. I won't be surprised if that hits that. Wayne said a lot of people underestimate the stupidity of others. That's what I'm saying, Wayne. That's what I'm saying. Why do you think crypto goes up at the highs? It's people being greedy. You know what I'm saying? It's people wanting nothing to do at the lows. What happens is prices start to move up. What do you think pushes crypto to these like ridiculous levels? It's, okay, stocks are at all-time highs. The value's been sucked out of those. So then everyone's feeling risky. Like, oh my God, look at this. It's going up. So I'm going to get into the more risky assets. People get into crypto, right? Everyone who's accumulating at the lows, they've been accumulating. They build a solid base. And then slowly but surely you start to see people trickle in until it turns into a parabola. Until the greed pops, right? And this part of the cycle here is stupidity. This is stupidity. You know what I'm saying? This is stupidity. All this is stupidity. You guys, I want you to promise me this, because it's going to come back. Fear and greed never leaves the market, fellas. It never leaves. Okay? Whether you think Bitcoin's going to 60K or 200K, it's still greed. Greed always comes back. Okay? Don't be the guy who's buying shit at this point in the cycle. All right? Just don't be it. Because even if you do and you hit on it, the problem is that doesn't build good, solid fundamentals as an investor. You want to build solid fundamentals, right? So what I've learned, and like I said, I've made many mistakes, but I've learned about my mistakes, is if this is a cycle, right? Let's just call a cycle like this. You can FOMO into shit, but that doesn't build good, like, what's the word I'm looking for? That doesn't build good behaviors, doesn't build good, like you can get lucky a few times, but that doesn't build good. What's the word I'm looking for, man? I don't know. But you guys know what I'm saying. That doesn't build good shit. This is when you want to be selling. You know what I'm saying? And you're not going to want to sell during this time because it's going to think that everything's just going up parabolic and it's never going to end and you're just going to the moon, right? But this is when you want to be selling. So most people's buy shit, like 99% of the population is going to be buying here and 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 here. To be the opposite, you want to be the one who's selling here and here and here and here and here. You don't need to catch the whole move. You're not going to catch the whole move. If you try to, it's probably going to top out before you think the top is in. And then in the bottom side, right, well, kind of just wait for this like consolidation period and accumulate, and then you sell to the people. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. At the bottom side, you got to have patience. At the top side, you got to have discipline. You know, because at the top side, you don't need patience. You're just gonna be feeling euphoric. But you got to have discipline. That's gonna be the hardest thing for me, at least. Buying low is not hard. Selling when you're euphoric is the hardest thing to do. At least for me. I'll say that. Let's see. Anderson said at this point, if you didn't buy in 2018, you're screwed. I don't necessarily agree with you, Anderson. Maybe for Bitcoin, but I also, you got to understand, things grow parabolic. Huh? You got to understand. That they were saying that in 2018 too, right? Throughout 2019, 2020, people were saying the same exact thing they're saying now. Is it's too late to get into Bitcoin. There's no point. You know what I'm saying? Bitcoin will never go above 20K again. People were saying that same exact shit in 2019 and 2020. People were saying that consistently in that time. But if we get things to play out like we want to, right? Obviously, do you get the best returns in Bitcoin? You don't get the best returns in Bitcoin. You don't. But you gotta weigh the risk versus reward. Bitcoin's the least risky out of all the cryptos, right? So does it have the best returns? No, but it also has the least risk. That's why I always hold most of my portfolio in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Is it the sexy thing to do? No, but you also don't get trashed when the market dumps. You know what I'm saying? So you only need a small percentage of your portfolio in altcoins. Like, you don't need to throw everything in altcoins. I think that's a common misconception too. You know, so that's my thing. You got to weigh the risk reward, and having in Bitcoin and ETH kind of mitigates that risk. Whereas, you know, throwing some in altcoins gives you that better opportunity. But I don't necessarily agree that saying that you're too early, or we're not early. We don't know that. But basically no companies own Bitcoin, right? Think about it this way. One country has adopted Bitcoin as legal tender. El Salvador, one of the I mean, let's keep it real. One of the poorest and cheapest countries in the world, right? One company has bought, I guess you can say two big companies have bought in Bitcoin, MicroStrategy's and Tesla. Tesla only owns 3 million. They don't own shit, right? So, I mean, you could say that we're not early, but I would also argue that though we haven't seen institutions buy yet, I think they're waiting for regulatory clarity, and there's a reason why like only Tesla and MicroStrategies have bought Bitcoin, right? You don't have all these other shit buying shit. Now, they might never buy it. You know what I'm saying? But I think there's avenues to go higher. There's many, many avenues to go higher. But what I think we need clarity before the bull market, which we're getting, right? The XRP case was big for the altcoin market. And I think this ETF, if we can get the ETF, I think that's also going to signal that the SEC is not fully against crypto. If they can pass that, and that's going to change a lot of people's minds. That's one of the things we're waiting for. And that's coming up. I think we're getting a decision on one of them in August, I believe. So we're kind of waiting on that. But yeah, I think a lot of institutions and countries don't want to be buying Bitcoin right now because they don't feel safe doing it. You know? But if you can get some safe avenue to do it, who knows, man? Who knows? Anderson said, I'm just salty about XRP trades. No, I get it. XRP was just bad luck, man. I mean, the rest of the market ain't even doing shit. XRP just dumped 4% today randomly. Yeah, it was a tough day for XRP today, man. I get you on that one, dude. SHIB's doing well today, though, which is nice. I'll take that SHIB. I'll take the little 5%er on SHIB. Gaining some ground. Bitcoin's getting a bounce. It was a weird day today for Bitcoin. Like we came up and then we dumped back to the low, and now we're pumping back in like to the range. Just chopping traders out, man. Traders are getting chopped in this market right here. Absolutely chopped. Chopped to bits. What if there would be a no ETF? If the ETFs get denied, Bitcoin will dump. Bitcoin will dump 100%. 110%. But here's the thing. I wouldn't focus on what you think is going to happen. Just watch the charts. The charts will tell you all you need to know. I'm a big believer in, as we get closer to some of these dates, the charts will be telling you what you need to know beforehand. Right? So I'm watching this bull market support band like a hawk. If we're still sitting above the bull market support band going into some of these ETF approval dates, I'm going to be feeling pretty bullish. But if we're below there going into some of those approval dates, I'm probably going to be feeling pretty bearish. It's really going to depend on what the chart looks like. I think the chart tells you what's going to happen before it actually does. I'm a big believer in that. I know a lot of people don't believe in that, but I do. Because it just seems to be always that good news happens at support and bad news happens at resistance. Every single freaking time. Like clockwork. You never get bad news at support. And you never get good news at resistance. It never happens, man. Isn't the BlackRock date coming up? I think one of them's in August. But I think the BlackRock is in September. The first deadline's in September. But they can postpone it. So what wouldn't surprise me is if the SEC just postpones all these again. And I think they can postpone it all the way till March of next year. Which would be funny because if they postponed it, it would be too... If they postponed it to March of next year, what's in April, guys? We know what's in April. What's in April? The Bitcoin halving. If they postponed it to March of next year, that would just be... it would just be like so obvious about like someone's pulling the strings behind the scenes that they postpone it to a month before the halving date. I honestly think they're going to postpone it. In my opinion, I know there's some deadlines coming up in August, September. I think they're going to postpone these ETF approvals to next year. And then we're just going to be waiting the whole year in anticipation of either a denial or an approval. If I had to guess. I think they're just going to freaking postpone that shit. They're not going to do it right now. But I think that's a good thing because markets like anticipation. Markets don't like nervousness. Okay? And I think the market would be very, very nervous going into something like that because if it doesn't happen, we're getting nuked. You know? I almost think the anticipation is better than the actual news. A lot of the times. Shit. Black Swan versus Bitcoin halving. The Black Swan versus Bitcoin halving. I'm waiting for this Black Swan, man. The thing about a Black Swan is you can't predict the Black Swan. You know? So, like, if you're coming in here and you're like, this is going to be the Black Swan. That's not going to be the Black Swan. You can't predict the Black Swan. You know what I'm saying? Like, did anyone... Here, I guess I'll say this. Most people didn't know about COVID before COVID actually happened. Now, a month before, like February 2020, it was starting to get kind of like, okay, we got a few cases. Okay, here we go. But, like, no one was really taking it seriously. And then, obviously, March of 2020 just freaking blew everything out the water, right? In 1 week, things just freaking kerplunked. That was a crazy time. To get something like that, you need something that no one predicts. If you think a recession is going to cause a Black Swan, guys, everyone and their mother either like has that on their mind or has talked about it. It's not a Black Swan. Like that's something that's already people talk about. I don't know what a Black Swan would be. But that's the thing. You don't know what a Black Swan's going to be. Like I said, it could be monkeys falling from the sky tomorrow. You know what I mean? You don't know. You don't freaking know. You know? BG said he knew about it in December 2020. But yeah, but you didn't know it was going to crash markets. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone was talking about it, but no one thought it was a big deal yet. You know? If everyone knew it was going to crash markets, that the markets would have crashed way before. You know? Alien invasion equals Black Swan. Honestly, if it was an alien invasion, I don't even think anyone would even take their time to sell stocks. No one would give a shit about that. You know what I mean? No one would give a shit about their stocks. Dude, you think I would be checking my crypto stash if I knew aliens were coming here? Hell no, I wouldn't give two flying F's about that shit. You think I would really care about that? No. All I would be doing is, okay, where's the fam? No one would be buying, no one would be selling. No one would care about anything. Exactly. You're going to riot. You're going to steal shit. You know what I'm saying? You're going to try to get as much food as you want, canned goods. You're going to find a bunker. You don't care about what your money's worthless in an alien invasion. Money is worthless. You know what I'm saying? Worthless. Jordan would go straight for them. I would, dude. I think aliens would be cool as shit. You know? I would want to see them. I'd cash out quick and head to the woods. But the problem is your banks would get destroyed. Like if it was a true alien invasion, your banks would get destroyed. So your money would be worthless. You wouldn't be able to do anything with it anyways. You would see it in your account, but businesses wouldn't be running because everyone would be sheltering up. You know what I'm saying? So your money would be worthless at that point. There would be no point in money, you know? I think AI, I've told you guys this a million times. I think the next big threat to humanity is AI. It's the one thing that we're creating right now. And it's not, you can't stop it. It's going to get more exponentially smart. And at some point, it's going to get too exponentially smart and we're screwed. It's coming, guys. I'm telling you right now. And you heard it here first. That's why you need gold and silver. True. You do need some gold and silver, Anderson. I would say that, man. Maybe I gotta start my gold and silver stash. You know, we would just hunker down on Clint's land. Yeah. We need to convince Clint to build an underground bunker. That's what we need to do. We're gonna convince Clint to build an underground bunker, and we'll just go down there. You know, that's what we'll do. And we'll watch his movie Zombievers. We'll watch Zombievers. We'll watch Chips for Mike. We'll watch The Witcher for Bath. I already watched Margin Call for Franco. Margin Call was 8 out of 10. Man, you know what, guys? I'm gonna stay on to the daily close here, but it's getting towards that time for me, fellas. Bitcoin's bouncing, you know, I guess it's a good thing. I mean, we'll see with the weekend. The weekends are typically super boring. I can't get too pumped for the weekend. You know, even though we found a nice bounce again, I can't get too pumped for the weekend. But the fact that we did find support again at, 28.8 is a good sign, right? So, we continue to hold here. We continue to hold here at the trend line, man. And next week will be interesting, I think. I honestly don't expect much to happen this weekend. I think this weekend will be pretty boring, like most weekends. But next week should be interesting. Will stocks find a bounce? Will the dollar continue down after the last couple days? It'll be an interesting next few weeks. Well, I would say next week. Probably nothing will happen. It probably will be interesting. Nothing will happen. Stock market will go sideways. Bitcoin will go sideways. And the dollar will go sideways. Pretty much. All right. You know what, guys? We're going to call it tonight. I know it's Friday night. Guys, go enjoy your Friday night. The biggest things that happened today, OKB's up 7%, SHIB's up 5%, COS another up 3%, XRP's down 3%, HEX is down another 15%. But other than that, nothing happened today, guys. So enjoy your weekend. I want to say this. Enjoy your weekend. continue to do your research on the projects that you like. Continue to look at the charts that you really, really like. Draw out your boxes with your highs and your lows. Find the altcoins that are in a nice range. Don't fumble at the top of the range. Wait for the bottom. Most of them, I think, will test there at some point. A lot of them already have. Some of them will still. And just do what you need to do, right? If you're a bull, do what you need to do. If you're a bear, do what you need to do. But enjoy your weekend, guys. Right? Enjoy your Friday night. I'm going to go drink some more of my Smirnoff Ice Smash Pink Lemonades. It's pretty good, by the way. I would recommend. 9 out of 10. Better than Margin Call. And I'll see you guys on Sunday. You know, Sunday, we'll see. I'll say this about Sunday. Sunday, if there's something going on Sunday, I'll hop on. If not, I'll probably just end up waiting until Monday just because, I don't know, man. I don't expect much to happen until Sunday. But if for some reason we're pushing up and we're pushing these highs, we'll hop on Sunday. Well, I'll probably end up hopping on Sunday. Let's be real. I said this last Sunday. And I said, you know what, guys? We'll see about Sunday. And I still hopped on even though it was boring. So I'll probably still hop on. Anyways. Adios. I gotta, make sure I'm well rested for my make dub shift for tomorrow. I gotta make a lot of hash browns. A lot of, sausage, eggs, McGriddles. And that's it. All right. Have a good Friday night, fellas. Peace out. Adios. Later. Peace.